Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over some of the meta contenders for Mega Rising, and so far we've seen some pretty crazy decks come out of this set. For the most part, there are a lot of decks that have come out, but the top four seem to be these four. And the first one is Jolteon EX. Now, when all the leaks came out, everyone already knew this deck was going to be pretty nuts, because Jolteon's ability, where you put an energy on your Pokemon, or your opponent puts an energy on their Pokemon, they take 20 damage. Super good, especially against a lot of these ramp decks. It makes it where every little bit of damage just whittles them down that much so that Jolteon can just one-shot them. Now, at least for this meta, I don't really know if it's all that strong, because we got Blaziken, Mega Blaziken EX, which only takes 2 energies, which really isn't that much to swing, and it one-shots Jolteon EX. We've got Mega Absol EX, which, I mean, against it, it's good against Darkrai. Like, as you can see here in the gameplay, they're going to put an energy on Darkrai, try to ping me for 20, and then they get pinged for 20, which is good against Darkrai because by the time they get Darkrai online, if you have Jolteon in your active, Darkrai is just within one shot. So, nice, but it's iffy at best. And then Mega Pinsir. Against Mega Pinsir, it's a little better because Pinsir needs 3 energies to attack, but even then, it gets one shot if Mega Pinsir uses Will, which most of the Mega Pinsir decks, they're using Will. So all in all, I'd say it's a pretty good deck. In this meta, though, like, I've seen a lot of people playing it. Everyone's hyping this up. Personally, I don't know if it's that well, but hey, to each their own. Card by card on this one, obviously the 2 Jolteon EX from Mega Rising, the 2 Eevee from Mega Rising, because of Boosted Evolution, absolutely busted. Everyone already thought Eevees were powerful enough as is. Well, Dina loves them to death, so more Eevee stuff. The Pikachu EX from Shining Revelries, which honestly, really good for this deck, because it's a nice way to close out games, especially with you running Electrical Cord. Your lead dies, your Jolteon dies, whatever. Extra energy on it, put it in the background, and time comes, bring it out, come out swinging, and ideally close out the game. 2 Zeraora, obviously energy ramp. 2 Oricorio, especially in this meta right now, fantastic. The only thing that's not really that great against is Mega Blaziken because of the burn. The 1 Electric Cord in the deck, 2 Elemental Switch, because if you're playing Zeraora, you might as well take the energy off of it while you can. 1 X-Speed, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professors, that's the standard. 1 Cyrus, 1 Mars, and honestly, one of the best cards from this set by far, May. Being able to pull 2 Pokemon from your deck and just shuffle back 2 that are dead in hand, absolutely fantastic. Does not get better than that. Now, there's another deck that's also kicking butt in this meta, and that's Blaziken EX, or Mega Blaziken EX to be more precise. And this deck, holy crap, this deck is absolutely insane. 140 damage, kills most basic EX Pokemon in the game. Jolteon EX, it gets one shot, doesn't even matter. Darkrai, one shot, doesn't matter. Giratina, it does live, but the problem is if Giratina tries to attack, then Giratina just dies. So, tentative one shot. But this deck ramps so quick. Now, I know that there's another deck list for this deck specifically. A lot of people have been running it with Entei EX from Secluded Springs, which, it's fine. The only problem is trying to swap out Entei when you don't need him. You'd have to play Leaf in the deck, which slows the deck down, and yes, you get a lot of card draw off of that Entei, but more often than not, once it's done doing its job, you get Mega Blaziken online, it takes resources to get it out of the active spot, which isn't ideal. So personally, I prefer this deck list where you're running it with Sylveon EX. So Sylveon EX with the Eevee from Mega Rising, boosted evolution. Again, absolutely busted. You start off Eevee, you can just straight up evolve into Sylveon EX and draw 2. Now, pair that with Professor's Research, you're drawing 4 first turn. Now, if you so happen to draw into X speed and another Eevee and another Sylveon, you're drawing 6 turn 1. If you get your 2 Pokeballs, that's 8 cards out of your deck turn 1, not including the first starting 5. So you're going through 13 cards, more than half of your deck on turn 1. Now, yes, you get absolutely wrecked by Red Card, Mars, Mega Absol EX, because it can start taking out your supporters from your deck, or from your hand, which this deck doesn't really run that many. You're running 2 Professors and 1 May. That's it. If they want to take the May, they can take the May, but at that point, you're already so far ahead, it doesn't matter. Like, they can do as much damage as they want, and it still doesn't matter. Now, the only place where this deck it does have an issue is in the mirror match. The mirror match for this is it's a very quick slugfest. Basically, whoever can get their Blaziken EX, their Mega Blaziken EX online first, is going to win, more often than not, because at that point you're one-shotting, whatever's in the lead. If you can snipe out Torchics, that's it. The deck can't do anything else from there. Now, there's, like I said before, there's the Entei EX build, which I'm not going to go over in this video. It's a good deck. Personally, it's not the one I'd want to run, because this one is a lot quicker, a lot more aggressive. Now, card by card for this one, you're doing the 2 Mega Blaziken EX, obviously, but you're also running the 1 Blaziken from Mega Rising solely for the Oricorio decks. So, Mega Absol runs Oricorio, and if you don't run the regular Blaziken in here, Combustion's fine, it just doesn't have enough damage output, whereas the regular Blaziken can one-shot it and just take it out of the way, not have to be, a worry later on down the road. You're running the 1 Blaziken, obviously. The 1 Combustion, just in case, you don't see your rare candies in time, is just a nice way to get it going. 2 Torchic, 2 Sylveon EX, and then 2 Eevee from Mega Rising, because boosted evolution, again, absolutely busted. 2 Fire Patch, or Flame Patch? Flame Patch. That card, or this card, again, another one of those things where it's like, Nina was specifically saying, hey, let's make fire types super good, because holy crap, the amount of fire type decks I've seen become actually viable because of that card is nuts. Infernape, insane. Infernape EX, great. Old Genetic Apex Charizard helps it out even better. So, a lot of good stuff coming from that 1 card. 2 Pokeball, like always, same thing with 2 Professors. 2 Rare Candies because you need it. The 1 X-Speed, mainly for swap out reasons, if you don't want to detach energy from your Blaziken. Everything in this deck, 1 retreat cost. Super nice. And then the 1 May. Now, I know a lot of people want to run 2 in here. I think 1 is plenty, with the Sylveon EX being able to search through most of your deck. So, now, there's another deck that I've been bringing up a lot lately, or at least in this video, and that is Absol EX. Absol EX is also another busted deck. Now, this is one that people didn't think was busted to begin with, but then in actuality, nuts. It being able to snipe out majority of the cards in your hand, as well as play some insane hand control, is nuts. Especially in a meta like this where, you know, everyone's trying to look for specific cards to make it happen. This deck is like, no, I control your hand. You don't get to do anything. I get to choose what you can do. And it's really good at it too. So, as you can tell, you know, with the Mega Absol, it just snipes supporters. Now, if you're running a deck like Mega Blaziken, it's not going to do much against it, but against majority of the decks where it's, you know, majority of the time you're only playing either Rare Candy, Pokeball, or the occasional Pokemon Tool as non-supporter cards in your deck, you're going to be sniping a lot. You're going to be sniping a lot of stuff from your opponent's hand. Now, one of the funnier things I've seen people do with this is they'll they'll silver, see if there's a supporter in there. If there is, they'll take it. Then red card to shuffle out your hand, and then attack with Mega Absol and take another. Now, you know, that's busted, ripping 2 cards from your opponent's hand, but when it's like, oh yeah, I'm taking your Professor's Research, what are you gonna do? Especially with most decks not having much in the way of ramp at all. You know, if they take your May, you know, you just gotta sit there and hope. Just hope you draw into what you need. So this deck is a very control-heavy deck. Now, obviously with this deck, they're running the 2 Oricorio as well, just as a way to kind of brick damage, because sadly, Mega Absol does not have a lot of HP. 170 is not good. Especially when it's like, you have Meowscarada. Meowscarada can hit this thing for 150 damage, 170 if you red. So Meowscarada, super good against this deck. It will literally one-shot Mega Absol, and that's game right there. So I haven't come across many I haven't come across many Meowscarada decks, but if this deck pops off as much as I've been seeing it pop off, chances are we're gonna see the rise of Meowscarada again, because it was very prevalent back when, gosh, I think that was Shining Revelry when that set came out. It was super prevalent then. So don't be surprised if we see Meowscarada come back. But card by card on this one, it's pretty simple. It's 2 Mega Absol, because that's the deck, 2 Mega Absol. The 1 Darkrai, simply for extra damage. Mega Absol only does 80 damage, which isn't a lot, so you need to find a way to put more damage counters on your opponent. And Darkrai does it very well for this deck. 2 Oricorio and 2 Pichu, simply because if you can attack with Oricorio and make it where your opponent can't hit you because they got an EX, kudos to you. You need to put in damage with this deck, because this deck does not have a lot of damage output. 1 Giant Cape, because Mega Absol being one-shot by a couple Pokemon, it's not ideal. 2 red card, 2 X speed, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professors, you know, the standard there. Cyrus and Sabrina, mainly because with Mega Absol not being able to put out crazy damage, your opponent's going to constantly, you know, swap out their stuff. And then the 1 red. So now this is a deck I haven't gotten any gameplay for, but I've seen a ton of it, and I've seen a ton of people make videos on it too. Mega Pinsir EX. This Pokemon was, in my opinion, the underdog of this set. No one thought that it was going to be good, because everyone thought, oh, Mega Blaziken's going to run wild. You know, Pinsir doesn't have a chance. You know, it's just going to die in the water. But this deck is so quick. It's insane. By turn 2, you can be hitting for 150 damage. That's, you know, you lead a baby Pokemon and your Pinsir EX, or you lead your Eevee with Leafeon, and either one of those, it's an insane start. Now, one of the stupid things I've seen in this deck, and it's stupid in the good way, is the Celebi from Secluded Springs. Against Blaziken, against Mega Gyarados, against Jolteon. It's a dumb way to be like, oh yeah, you don't get to have your Mega, nor do you get to have your basic against Mega Gyarados, because it just one-shots it. You know, you put 40 damage on the Mega Gyarados, it puts it back in the hand. That Magikarp, it's dead. It's gonna have 0 HP once that Gyarados is gone. So, it's one of those things where I've been seeing a lot of people do it, and it works. It works way too well. And it honestly, once I get the Mega Pincers, I really want to run this deck and see what types of things I can do with it. Card by card on this one is actually super basic. It's 2 Mega Pinsir, 2 Leafeon EX, 2 Eevee from Mega Rising, the 1 Celebi from Secluded Springs. Your choice of a baby Pokemon. Personally, I prefer the Mantike. Pichu, it's fine. You can do it if you want it. But if you run Mantike, you have the option of running Irida for water, HP gain right there. And if you run Magby, you have the chance of running into the Squirtle Sprinkler, and then you get your energy taken away. 2 Leaf Cape, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professors, standard for a grass deck. 2 Will, you need it for this deck to do 150. 1 Erica, 1 Leaf, just in case you lead Mega Pinsir, and then obviously the 1 Cyrus and the 1 Mars, because with Mars specifically, if they take out Leafeon, it's good to have in the deck. So, well, either way, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys coming to the video. If you like what you see, leave a like, leave a comment, and hopefully I'll see you guys in another one. Peace.